Welcome back to the deep dive.
Yeah.
For deep dive number 6
Yes.
in our series on business in the real world. As always, we're all about taking those big, sometimes intimidating business concepts and figuring out how they actually work in practice.
So it's about bridging the gap between textbook theory and real world application.
And today we're tackling a question that can make or break a business, where to locate.
It's huge.
Yeah. And we'll be using a fictional cafe called Bliss as our case study.
Love it.
To see how location choices play out in a real-world scenario.
I think that's a really good example because it's something that impacts so many different factors. You know, it's a decision with ripple effects impacting everything from your bottom line, your customer base, and even your day-to-day operations.
So let's break it down.
Yeah.
Why is location such a big deal? What are the key things business owners need to think about when choosing a spot?
Well, one of the most fundamental factors is proximity to your target market.
Yeah.
You know, think about it. If you're opening a high-end boutique, you're probably not going to set up shop in a rural town with a limited customer base.
Makes sense. You'd be more likely to find success in a bustling city center with a higher concentration of affluent shoppers.
Precisely. And on the flip side, a business that caters to families with young children might thrive in a suburban area with parks and schools nearby. It's all about understanding who your ideal customer is and where they're most likely to be.
So location isn't just about geography. It's about aligning your business with the demographics and lifestyle of your target market.
Absolutely. Another critical factor is access to raw materials and suppliers. So imagine a bakery that relies on fresh, locally sourced ingredients being located near farms or farmers markets would be a huge advantage for them. It would streamline their supply chain, reduce transportation costs, and guarantee the freshness of their ingredients.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And then, you know, wouldn't it be amazing if they could even partner with local farmers to create unique seasonal menu items? It's a win-win for everyone involved.
I love that idea. It's about thinking beyond just the physical location and considering how your location can foster collaboration and community partnerships.
Absolutely.
Now, let's not forget about the workforce. Every business needs skilled and reliable employees. And the availability of talent can vary significantly from one location to another.
Absolutely.
So a tech startup might struggle to find qualified engineers in a rural area, while a manufacturing company might face a shortage of skilled laborers in a major city.
And this is where things get interesting. Because the rise of remote work has really shaken things up.
It has, for sure.
Companies that were once tied to specific locations because of their workforce needs now have more flexibility.
It's true with so many people working from home. Some companies are downsizing their office spaces or even going fully remote, which can significantly reduce their overhead costs.
And it opens up opportunities for businesses to locate in areas that might have previously been off limits due to a lack of local talent.
Okay, so we've talked about customers, suppliers, and workforce. What about the competitive landscape?
Competitive landscape is a good one.
How does that factor into location decisions?
Well, it can go both ways. Sometimes being near your competitors can actually be beneficial. Think about a street with multiple restaurants.
Like a restaurant row.
Exactly.
Where people know they can go and have a variety of choices.
The concentration of dining options draws in more customers overall.
Makes sense.
But on the other hand, some businesses might choose to locate away from competitors to carve out their own niche and avoid direct competition.
So it's like that age-old debate. Do you join the party or create your own?
Exactly.
And of course, cost is always a major consideration.
Yes.
Rent, living expenses. These expenses can vary widely from one location to another and can have a significant impact
for sure
on a company's profitability.
Yeah.
So a business might be tempted by a prime location in a bustling city center.
Yeah.
But then get sticker shock.
Huge sticker shock.
When they see the rev prices.
It's all about finding that sweet spot between affordability and accessibility.
Right.
Sometimes a slightly less glamorous location can be a smarter choice financially.
Yeah.
Especially for startups or businesses with limited resources.
It's like that saying location, location, location.
Right.
But with a budget-conscious twist.
Exactly.
Now, speaking of location.
Okay.
Let's bring in our fictional case study.
Yeah.
Brewbliss.
Brewbliss.
They're trying to figure out the best spot for their new cafe.
I'm excited to hear about this.
Yeah, me too.
Let's dive in.
Let's dive in.
And see what they're thinking.
Okay. So where are our ambitious Brewbliss owners leaning in their location search?
Well, they're considering a few options,
okay,
each with its pros and cons.
Right.
They've got their eye on a spot in the downtown core, right in the heart of the business district.
Lots of foot traffic from office workers.
Yeah.
Grabbing their morning coffee.
For sure.
Or a quick lunch.
Exactly. High visibility.
Yeah.
Potential for a bustling lunch rush.
Yeah.
But, downtown rent can be a real killer.
Right.
Especially for a new business.
Yeah, definitely a trade-off to consider.
Yeah.
What's their alternative?
Well, they're also looking at a charming location in a trendy, up-and-coming neighborhood.
Ooh, I love those.
Yeah.
Think exposed brick local art on the walls.
Exactly. That neighborhood vibe could really work for Brewbliss. It's got a younger demographic.
Right.
Lots of students and young professionals.
Yeah.
Plus, the rent's probably a bit more manageable.
Sounds ideal.
Yeah.
But wouldn't they be missing out?
That's the big question.
On that busy downtown crowd.
Yeah. They'd need to rely more on building a loyal local following and word of mouth.
Okay.
Maybe even consider delivery partnerships to expand their reach.
That's a savvy approach.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Brewbliss is weighing the benefits of high visibility and a built-in customer base downtown.
Right.
Versus cultivating a strong community presence in a more affordable, up-and-coming area.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And they've got one more option on the table.
Okay.
It's a location in a suburban shopping center.
Interesting. What's the draw there?
Ample parking, family-friendly atmosphere.
Okay.
Think strolley parking and high chairs.
Okay.
They might even catch some overflow from the grocery store or other shops in the center.
Good point. But wouldn't that be less appealing to their target demographic of young professionals and students?
That's the gamble. They'd have to think carefully about how to create a space that's inviting to both families and their core customer base.
Right.
Maybe offer a kids menu.
Right.
Or host events that appeal to a broader range of people.
So Brewbliss has 3 solid options.
Yeah.
Each catering to a different demographic and offering a unique set of advantages.
For sure.
And challenges.
It's a tough decision.
This is where location planning gets really interesting.
It is. And remember all those other factors we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
They need to consider proximity to suppliers, access to reliable staff, and, of course, the competitive landscape in each location.
It's not just about picking a spot on a map.
Right.
It's about analyzing all these interconnected elements.
Exactly.
And finding the location that aligns best with their overall business strategy and goals.
Absolutely. Now imagine they're leaning towards that trendy neighborhood location. What are some things they need to be extra careful about?
Well, trendy neighborhoods often come with a higher risk of gentrification, which could lead to rising rents.
That's for sure.
And displace the very community they're trying to attract.
Yeah.
They need to be mindful of that.
That's a critical point.
Yeah.
They could consider negotiating a long-term lease with rent control measures to protect themselves and contribute to the neighborhood's stability.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
But it's so important.
It is.
It's about being a responsible business, not just chasing profit.
Exactly. Now let's switch gears for a moment.
Okay.
And look at the impact of e-commerce on location decisions.
Yeah.
It's really changing the game for many businesses.
For sure, online retailers don't need a prime storefront on Main Street.
Nope.
Their location is often a warehouse.
Right.
Strategically placed for efficient shipping.
Think about companies like Amazon. Their fulfillment centers are meticulously located near major transportation hubs to minimize shipping costs and delivery times.
It's all about logistics and optimization.
It is.
And it's fascinating how this shift towards online retail is also impacting traditional brick-and-mortar businesses.
Absolutely. Many businesses are now adopting a hybrid approach, combining a physical presence with a strong online platform.
It's like having the best of both worlds.
Right.
A physical space to connect with customers and an online platform to reach a wider audience.
Precisely. And this hybrid model is influencing location decisions as well.
Right.
Think about a small boutique that primarily sells online but wants to have a small storefront to showcase their brand and offer a personalized shopping experience.
They might not need a huge space, a prime location, but they'd still want to be in an area that aligns with their brand aesthetic and target demographic.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance between online presence and physical experience.
Now let's bring this back to Brew Bliss.
Okay.
And their 3 location options.
Right.
I'm eager to hear their final decision.
Yeah.
Did they go for the bustling downtown, the trendy neighborhood, or the family-friendly shopping center? Drumroll, please. What did Brew Bliss choose?
Well, after a lot of debate and number crunching, they decided to go with the trendy, up-and-coming neighborhood.
Interesting. I can see the appeal, but it's definitely a bolder choice than the busy downtown spot.
Right.
What tipped the scales for them?
Well, they felt it aligned best with their brand identity.
Okay.
They want to be a community hub, a place where people can connect and feel a sense of belonging.
Ah, so it's not just about selling coffee.
No.
It's about creating an experience.
Exactly. And they felt that the trendy neighborhood vibe, with its focus on local businesses and community events, offered a better platform for that.
It's like choosing a neighborhood that already shares their values.
Right. Plus, they found a location with a fantastic patio space.
Oh, nice.
Perfect for outdoor seating and hosting events.
Ooh, I can already picture it. String lights, live music.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little farmer's market on weekends.
They're full of ideas.
Awesome.
And remember, the rent in the trendy neighborhood is more manageable.
Right.
Giving them a bit more financial breathing room.
For sure.
As they get established.
Smart move, especially when you're starting out.
Right.
Every penny counts.
Yeah.
But they're not ignoring the downtown crowd entirely, are they?
Not at all. They're planning to partner with the local delivery service to offer their coffee and pastries to those busy office workers.
Ah, so they're getting the best of both worlds.
Right.
A strong local presence in the trendy neighborhood and a way to tap into the downtown market through delivery.
Exactly. They're also exploring collaborations with local artists and musicians to host events and draw in a wider audience.
I love that they're thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
It's not just about being in a good location. It's about actively engaging with the community.
It is.
And creating a buzz.
They're definitely embracing that entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah, for sure.
Now let's zoom out for a moment and look at another fascinating trend. Shaping location decisions. Co-working spaces.
Ooh, yeah. They've exploded in popularity.
They have.
Especially among freelancers, remote workers, and startups.
Right.
What's driving that trend?
Well, co-working spaces offer a unique blend of flexibility, affordability, and community.
Right.
You get a dedicated workspace without the commitment of a long-term lease.
Plus, you're surrounded by other entrepreneurs and creatives.
Right.
Which can spark collaboration and innovation.
Exactly. It's like a built-in networking hub.
Makes sense.
And many co-working spaces also offer amenities.
Yeah.
Like meeting rooms, high-speed internet, and even social events.
It's like a one-stop shop for the modern worker.
It is.
And this trend is even impacting location decisions for larger companies.
Absolutely. Some companies are choosing to rent space in co-working facilities instead of traditional offices.
Right.
Especially for teams that work remotely or need a flexible workspace.
It's a smart way to reduce overhead costs, provide employees with a more dynamic work environment, and even tap into the energy and creativity of the co-working community.
It's a win-win for everyone involved.
Now, before we wrap up,
let's
circle back to that thought-provoking question you raised earlier about gentrification. It's something Brew Bliss needs to be very mindful of. as they set up shop in this trendy neighborhood.
Yeah, it's not just about finding a cool location. It's about being a responsible business.
Exactly.
And contributing to the well-being of the community.
And that's where their commitment to ethical sourcing and sustainable practices comes in. They're partnering with local suppliers, minimizing waste, and creating a welcoming space for everyone.
They're not just taking from the community.
Right.
They're giving back.
Yeah.
It's about finding that balance between profit and purpose.
This deep dive has been such an eye-opener.
Yeah, it has.
I feel like I've gained a whole new perspective on the strategic power of location.
It's huge.
It's not just about finding a spot on a map.
No.
It's about aligning your business with your values, your customers, and the community you serve.
It's about making informed decisions that benefit not just your bottom line, but also the people and places around you.
Wise words. Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah, I think so.
From the fundamentals of location planning to the nuances of co-working spaces and the importance of ethical considerations.
It's been a true deep dive.
It has been a deep dive.
And I hope our listeners are walking away with a wealth of insights and inspiration.
Me too. A huge thanks to Google Notebook LM for the powerful audio dialogue and AI assistance in crafting this episode.
Yes.
And to you, dear listener, for joining us on this exploration.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Of the ever-evolving world of business.
It's always changing.
This has been a PLC strategy production. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
On The Deep Dive.